Yes, just to start out, I mean, it was a hard-fought game, and and that's a credit to Colorado State, in addition to our guys. And uh, you've heard me say it many, many times. We really struggle to match up against these guys. I mean, just their size. Certainly in recruiting, the number of guys that they get are high-level guys, and so it's nice whenever it's good. As hard as we work, just to be able to be competitive in this game certain times, and there have been years where we haven't too.
To see Brad, go out at home like this, career high 184. We talked about him a lot, but just this is the last time now here. What's that mean to you to see that?
Golly, I mean, he's been so steady and so dependable, and he was again tonight. And hurt his hand. We had to run in an X-ray it. I mean, run him in here and X-ray it, and it was okay. Although it's rare that it happens, he did lose lost a ball there. Yet he got a chance to get a few more carries after that too.
And then what was the key to the defense? Getting into the backfield so frequently.
They did, and we probably could have done it even more as far as being able to generate some more pressure also. And I think we'll need that in these next couple of games, just as far as being able to, be able to play behind the line of scrimmage and be able to win a few more one-on-ones. Some of our games helped, but as far as our straight pass rush, there's still some things we're going to work on.
Okay. And did you see anything from Vince Sanford? I mean, we talked on Tuesday about the coverages, he was facing up front. Was there less of that tonight, or was he just?
No, we moved him around a little bit too. I mean, we didn't always have him in the same spot. There were times not only was he on an edge, he lined up on the inside, just trying to create made it a little bit harder to identify him.
Okay. What was that play before the half? I mean, is that something you had worked on all season and just broke it out here? Or
trying to think. We tried it in 19 down at Chase Field, and it was okay. We did that too, and then we did it here in 2000. What would that have been? 2018 here, I believe, right before the end of the half too.
Huh. Who was that against? I don't know.
Same team.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we talked Tuesday. I guess. What changed between those other games and tonight?
Really, I would say just probably the blocking scheme. We were getting a lot more run-on-one blocks. Also, the just offensive scheme. They were passing the ball a lot more than we're used to seeing. And then Coach Means always telling me, just keep going. The floodgates will open. And I guess that's what happened today.
Yeah, how cool was that? You talked about the emotions you might have in your last game, and then to top that with 4 sacks. And, how did that contribute to an already special night?
It's definitely surreal. I feel like I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life, going out Falcon Stadium, having a pretty decent game. So it feels good, for sure.
Yeah, and what was the celebration like? It seemed a little louder than normal.
The celebration? Oh, it was great. We had the trophy in there, a little bit more visual. Everybody could see the trophy. Coach Calhoun got us riled up right before. So it was definitely a good one.
Cool. And yeah, was there any kind of key to what you were doing? Was it any scheme-wise? Were you playing different positions? Were you getting different looks, or was it just playing the same game?
No, it was the same game. Every offense is different, so I guess today it just worked out in our favor how the matchups worked out. But we definitely had the same game plan. We just keep going.
As a Colorado guy, so many stories were like Brad's where, no offers came in. But you did have offers from both of them. Yeah. What is your story like in this game facing a team like that from in-state who did offer you and you opted for Air Force?
It's pretty gratifying, just we played both in-state teams, Colorado Boulder and Colorado State, and being able to beat both of them, it's really like a big weight lifted off your shoulders, kind of knowing that you picked the right school for football as well. So many other reasons to come here, but it's really good to know for football too.
Was that kind of a consideration? Like, did you know you were picking the better football school when you picked Air Force?
At the time, it did feel like it too, because it was the 2019 season when I committed. They went to the Cheez-It Bowl, won about 10 games. So at the time, it also felt like I was going to the better school for football.
Did you grow up as a fan of one of those teams?
My mom and grandpa graduated from Boulder, so kind of grew up going to the games and stuff.
Did you get a lot of, like, when you were recruited by them, I mean, did they come hard at you, or did you kind of feel like were they going through the motions?
For the first coaching staff that offered me, it kind of felt that way with Coach McIntyre. But they had the coaching change, and then Mel Tucker came in. And after that, not really. But I'm very happy where I'm at right now. So,
Cool.
no regret.
And lifting the Ram Falcon, did you get to touch the Ram Falcon trophy
Of
afterwards?
course, I touched it. Yeah, had to.
Cool. And yeah, I mean, does that mean more as an in-state guy?
Of course it does, yeah. I have a lot of friends and everything at high school, from high school that are at Colorado State. My brother's on the team at Colorado State, so it's just extra incentive, yeah.
Your brother's on the team? What does he play?
He's an alignment as well.
Wow.
He's a
Did he,
freshman, yeah.
okay. Did he get on the field at all today?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wow. What kind of talk was there back and forth, within the family then?
I mean, leading up to this week, we didn't really talk much about it. I just kind of let my parents figure it out. Don't want to put any extra stress on them because it must be hard on them having two kids on opposite teams playing. But, when the game starts, you have to go out and play like as hard as you can. So can't let that worry. I don't have to worry about that.
Are you exhausted?
A little bit, yeah.
What was it like afterwards? What were you mobbed by people, more so than normal, or what was it like?
I had a good amount of friends and family come out for this game, which was really awesome. I mean, they sat through the freezing cold weather, which I know was hard on them, but it was awesome just having them here after. And then I had a good amount of buddies on the CSU football team too, so I was able to talk to them, and extremely grateful for the opportunity.
Now that you've completed your tour through CSU, I think I was telling the numbers, 509 yards in those 3 games with 6 touchdowns. Like, now that it's done, looking back on it, was this pretty cool?
Yes, sir. I mean, I talked about it, I think, a little while ago, just not really being recruited by both those teams and going to a school that was in the same state and being able to win against those in-state schools, it's really awesome.
And how's your hand? Do you feel okay?
It's pretty good. Nothing too severe, so.
Okay. And, breaking through the 34-yard touchdown run, was that, you've broken through before. Was this any different just because your last home game against CSU, everything that went into this?
I will say, like, once I reached the end zone, I kind of just thought about, like, how blessed I am to be in the position. Just being at Falcon Stadium, I mean, having the fans come out through the freezing cold and just being there and having all my offensive guys come up to me after, that was awesome. And truly, the offensive line did a great job on that play. I ran right off of Wes's block, and they did a great job. I don't even think I was touched, so.
Well, I think you were touched early, but you did sneak. You got through after. But yeah, and 37 carries, a career high. 184, a career high. I mean, what did you feel that wear and tear more than normal, or especially in these conditions?
A little bit, maybe. At the beginning of the game, we had those long drives, but once you kind of get in the game, warm up a little bit, it kind of just comes down to a little bit of mentality. And I think our guys understood that, and we knew that we were going to run the ball on them, and we had to do it very well. And I think that's exactly what we did.
Okay, and you're within 100 yards now of the all-time single season record. You just passed yourself, by the way, to move into third. Is that one, if you had to weigh, a single season, if you could have that record versus, finishing top 2 or 3 in the career, does any of that entice you more?
Not particularly. I mean, it'd definitely be cool to get that record, but like I've said before, our main goal is to win November and have a 10-plus year, win the state, which we just did tonight, and those are the main goals. Really what I'm focused on is our team goals because, I mean, I can't do any of this without the team we have.